Hello. Welcome back. We've got Christine back in the studio, and we've got a whole brand new subject. So, Charlotte, what are we talking about today?
Today is exciting, and don't get scared if you're an entrepreneur just starting out, because Christine makes this easy peasy. So stay with us. Today we're going to talk about how to create marketing strategies. So over to you, Christine. What should we think about when it comes to this subject?
Thank you. Yeah. So first of all, you have to do marketing in your business. You have to, because what it is telling people about what you do, what you offer, and why you're doing things, outlining the benefits for them, as we already said. And if you don't tell anyone that you exist, no one will know and no one will buy anything. Okay. So that's upfront. So you can't get around that. How do you actually create a marketing plan? Now, this is a bit of a long process, but I really would encourage you to go through that, because it helps you to have a plan for an entire year and you feel less stressed and feel less overwhelmed with everything, because you really break it down into something that's manageable for you. So I want you to create a full year marketing plan. And what does that mean? I want you to start brainstorming as if you have all the money, all the resources, and all the time in the world that you would need. If you want to sponsor a sports team, then put that in there, write it down and save that, because who knows, you might be able to do that in the future, but not at the moment. So really brainstorm limitless of everything that you would love to do to get the word out there about who you are and what you're doing. Then I want you to look at it in a realistic way. What can you actually do in the next 12 months? You think that's what I would be able to do in the next 12 months. And this is where it gets really detailed, but really stay with me and do that exercise, because it will help you so much in the future. Think about the marketing activity that you would want to do in the next 30 days. Let's say you want to create a website, and what's involved into a website, you will need to write that down. So for each of these activities that you brainstorm, I want you to write down what's involved creating that. So if you create a website, think about what URL, where do you get that URL? Is that you would probably need to do some research as well if it's still available. Where do you want to host the website? What's going to be on the website? Where do you want to build that website? Is it going to be a WordPress website, or is it custom build, or is it any other of the platforms that are out there? What you need to search for images, text needs to be written, all these things and so much more. So I'm not going to go through all of this, because it will take 10 minutes just to go through all the tasks that are involved in creating a website. But write them all down. Once you've done that, I want you to write next to each of these tasks, how much is it going to cost you in money and time? So if you think, okay, I'm going to have to decide on a URL that I want to use, you probably want to brainstorm a bit and then do some research if it's available. So let's schedule in 2 hours to do that. So I want you to write 2 hours, and then you have to buy that URL, and then I want you to write down actually how much that cost you. And you do that with every single task for every single marketing activity. And this is why I say it's easy, but it's long to do. But it really will help you so much, because what it does is then you think, how many hours a day, a week, can I actually spend on my marketing activities? Okay. And then you say, okay, well, let's say I do 4 hours a week, or let's say 5 hours a week, 1 hour a day, I want to spend on marketing activities that I have to do. Could be more, could be less, whatever is realistic to you. And then you can see, okay, for creating a website, it will take me, this is a fictional number now, 20 hours. It's probably more. Let's say 20 hours just for the calculations now. And it will cost me £150. All fictional numbers here, not really realistic. However, then you know, okay, actually, if I spend 5 hours a week, that means I have 20 hours a month. That means I can get that website done in the first month, but not earlier and it might take you a bit longer, but not so much longer, and it will cost me that amount of money. And once you do that with everything, you will be able to have a realistic marketing plan that you want to have for your business, because you will know how long things are going to take you, approximately estimated, and how much it's going to cost you. This way also you know your marketing budget for the year. So, and this is how you can create that. And then I want you to take all of these and slot those into the following slots. What can I do in the next 30 days? What can I do in the next 3 months, 6 months, and 12 months? And then you write this down. You actually divide your marketing plan into this, and you put a date there, because if you write 3 months, you don't know when you started. You put by the 31st of December, this is what I do. And you write all the tasks in there, or what it's going to cost you and stuff. And this way, you have a marketing plan for 1 year, know more or less what's involved and how much it's going to cost you. And that will help you so much with everything that you want to do. You feel less stressed and you have a plan. Be flexible.
Do this with everything, right? So it's not just build a website. I mean, you use that particular example, but you could do that with social media. So
exactly,
the dog wants to get involved in this. She has a point to be made as well. It could be time as a currency, and I think people, when you say, "Oh, what's your marketing budget?" they go, "I don't have one, so I've got no money." Well, how much time are you going to spend? Because that is money, and that's
exactly
currency. And I've never, the pennies dropped with me on that, because I never thought of it like that.
But you often don't think about your time, because you love what you do. That's usually why you start the business in the first place.
Yeah,
it's because you're very good at what you do and you love what you do. So time is kind of irrelevant.
The fact
that you're sitting there from 7 o'clock in the morning till midnight doesn't really matter for you, because you love it. But it will take a point in your time, in your life, where time will matter. And you've got to start valuing your time in currency. And I think that's really, really important to kind of bring out. But I also want to go back to the fact that this sounds, if you're listening in and you are a startup, this may sound long, it may sound complicated, but it really, really isn't. We work with a 30, 60, 90 every 3 months, but we also have, like you said, we put like 31st of October, this has got to be done. And that 30, 60, 90 is so valuable to everything that we do. And just your business will evolve, it will make changes along the way, but you can then evaluate why you made that change. It was because that wasn't working very well, so you made that change because of this, and therefore we now got another deadline, which is this one. But otherwise, if you don't have that, you've got absolutely nothing, and everything would be a mind map, and you get really overwhelmed, and that is how you would burn out eventually, isn't it?
Exactly.
The penny's dropped. The penny has literally just dropped. I never ever put them two together, I'll be honest with you. Christine, so look, this principle that you have, I'm assuming this is all stuff that people, because this is a big subject. I mean, we've only got 10 minutes, right? This is a massive subject. You could talk about this for hours and hours and hours and fall into black holes all over the place. How can people, like, if they wanted this knowledge with you and they want to have a conversation with you about this, that would, I think, would be the best, right? I think if you're listening to the show, just book a call with Christine. How can they do that? Is there a way that people can just go on your website and they can find this knowledge, or they can connect with you some way? How can they do that?
Yes, of course. So I do have a lot of free things out there, because I'm a big believer in giving back and supporting as many as I can. And even my paid services are extremely affordable, I would say, for solopreneurs. However, if someone would like to have a chat with me, and even maybe to bounce off some ideas, I do have on my creativestartupacademy.com, you can see at the menu resources, or there's actually now a page new here. So if you're new, you can check out everything there. And there you find everything that I offer. There's free things, but also you can book a coaching call. You can apply for a free coaching call with me, for example. But creativestartupacademy.com is where you would go and find everything and contact me from there.
Also got an amazing selection of books, which is obviously on your website as well, but well worth having a look at. And I think because it is a minefield out there, and you've got to find people that you can trust and absolutely trust everything that you do to 100%, Christine. So it's been really insightful.
It has. Look, we do have to end the show, and obviously we also end in the series. So it's been fantastic having Christine on, and there's 4 epic shows. Tesney's well involved, finding out so much about being authentic and around authentic marketing and how you can bring your business to the forefront and it has good, solid ethos and values. Christine, thank you so much for coming on the show and spending some time with us. And we will see you all again very, very soon. So take care. And from us, goodbye.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.